Hello everyone. In this video, we will go through the last step of your exchange application for your Scopy exchange application. So, which is the technical data card filling. So, before this, please ensure that you have done the previous steps appropriately, and only if you've done them correctly, then only you will receive your application receipt form within 24 hours of filling your application payment fee form. And also make sure that you have filled your application package submission form, and the video for which has been made separately, so please refer to that if required. Now talking about your TDC filling. So in your TDC filling, what basically you mention is your preferences for your country. And just to remind you all, this allotment of countries, or even for the fact that whether you're selected for an exchange or not, is based on a points based system, uh, by which those with high points get selected and gets the country of their preference. And then the next one, the next like his or her or their uh, first preference. But if not, if it's already filled, then the second preference, and so on until all the spots are filled. So that's why you have to give a preference of countries. Okay, so for that, you have to go. You will have to see what the countries are, so that you know whether you like which country you would like to go to for an exchange. So for that, you have to go to the Scopy outgoing call application, like Scopy application website, the link of which has been shared on the group already, and then you go to the countries page here. So in this you will find various things. So first thing you'll find is basically various category, that is category A, category B, C and D. So this categories are made on the basis of popularity for each, about each country, which was decided by a survey which was done some time back amongst the MSAI members. So they are made in order to ensure that everybody gets a fair chance, and that's why, and that no seat remains vacant. However, please understand that these categories are not at all related to your academic program quality or to your social program quality. It's basically on the popularity. Okay, so in technical data card, you have to, based on the amount of payment you have done, you have to give a preference of either 5 countries, 10 countries or 15 countries. So for 5, if you have paid 1,000, you get to give enlist 5 countries. If you have mentioned, if you have paid 2,000 rupees, you get 10 countries preference enlisting rights, and for 3,000 it's 15, and that's it. Like maximum, you can make a payment of 3,000 and fill maximum 15 countries. Okay, and make sure that these fees are having paid in one single go. So and for each of it, so for the preferences, I was actually going to tell you all later while filling, but I'll mention it right now. So for example, let us consider that you have paid 1,000 rupees. So you get 5 countries, but in that also there is a certain pattern which you have to follow necessarily. So for 5 countries, that is for 1,000 rupees, compulsorily 2 have to be from category D, compulsorily 1 has to be from category C, preferably 1 from category B, and the last one could be from any category. Means it could be A, which was remaining, but it could be like, it's your choice. Even if you want to continue enlisting any of B, C or D category countries, you are free to do so. Okay, and if you have paid 2,000, 3,000, you get 10 or 15 countries, and it is in multiples. For example, for 2,000 rupees payment, that is for 10 countries enlistment. It is compulsorily 4 from category D, compulsory 2 from C, compulsory, sorry, preferably 2 from B, and any 2 from any of it. So in this 10 will be done. Okay. So, as I already said that earlier, that before making your payment, you have to go through the countries and then make payment accordingly, because you can't make separate, payments like thousand or whatsoever. Okay, and then this concept called bilateral, unilateral. Uh, you can read about it, but as of this discussion, I would like to like avoid that because it's not very related. And then you have this various list, and then if you click on exchange condition, you can read more about that country, what is going to be there, what are the various departments which are available, which months are, which local communities, that is which university, which medical college or so called, there they called universities, are available for exchanges, and in which month for each, and what is going to be the academic schedule of whatever in general for that country will be specified in that exchange condition. So you can read it to have a more informed decision while doing that. And once you do that, once you do a proper analysis of all of that, I'll suggest you that you write your preferences on a piece of paper or your tablet or phone, whatever, so that while filling the form you don't get confused again. Okay, so make sure that you write it. And so this is the whole list. Okay, and for a compiled view, it is given in alphabetical order in this document at the end. So the exchange fee for all the countries is the same, which is 25,000 rupees. If you get selected, means once you get selected, the exchange fee is 25,000 rupees, which includes your tuition fees, your accommodation, and one-time meal. Okay, but now moving forward to the actual technical data card. So we'll go. So the link of which is you can find it on Scopy application page. And how to apply, you can find it in step 9. So again, now I'll reiterate, since it's written, that please make sure that you have done your, like, made your decision about your countries very perfectly, because you can fill TDC only once, and once you submit it, it is your full and final commitment to that list of preferences. You can't make any changes or request for any changes whatsoever, and such requests won't be allowed. So we'll start filling it. So email ID. So again, it's preferable that the email ID you mentioned everywhere is the same for your convenience and for the national team's convenience as well. The name of the college, now for us it is St. GS Medical College. Okay, so yes, we found it. And then your full name as mentioned in the passport. Okay, so it, you could either write, Pauras Pritam, like, your name or surname, sorry, father's name and surname, or in Indian passports it's usually mentioned as your family name first and then your first name and father's name, basically however you want. But if you don't have a passport, it's fine. You can mention it properly, as like according to any official document you have. Then you have to select your birthday. So yeah, I'll just select. Yeah. Then, if your citizenship is Indian, select Indian, or that is a nationality, or if it's anything else, you can mention it accordingly. If there are some doubts you have, you can always feel free to contact me or any other official. Then your academic year, it could be first year, second year. Second year, it could be second, first, or second, third. It could be your third year, final year internship. Now, as far as this is concerned, if I remember correctly, I have mentioned it in your application package submission form that final years and interns can apply irrespective of the fact that final years will be interns next year, and interns might get graduated within a few months. But the thing is, by international standards, even like our Indian interns are not graduated yet, so they're, because the your year of graduation, your date of graduation is the date on which you receive your degree, which is after your completion of internship. So basically, internship year is also a year in which you are considered a medical student. So final year students can definitely apply, irrespective of whether they will be interns next year. And even interns can apply because your internship completion date might be later than that of your application. Sorry, from your, like, exchange, when exchanges are starting, that is April 2023. So if your internship completion is after that, then you can definitely apply. And then this fields of passport number and passport expiry date. Now about this, these are not compulsory questions. So if you do have a passport, well and good, but if you don't have it yet, you can leave it blank for now. But please, you have to make it sure that before exchange you have to make a passport, because it's obvious, like, you're going on an international you're traveling internationally. Then your phone number, which is like alternate phone number, both of these are compulsory. I'm putting a random number. And although I mentioned my correct phone number, please don't spam call me. And then your permanent address and your current address. So for now I'm putting ABCD, for both of it, but make sure that you mention it correctly, and according to appropriate proofs you have. Basically, permanent address might be your Aadhaar card address, or your bank, mostly your Aadhaar card, or those list of acceptable addresses. But never mind, it's common sense about what is permanent address and current address. So fill that again. I repeat that all this details and feelings are, some of them are mine and some of them are just for the sake of filling this, showing this tutorial or walkthrough. Please don't associate those with me or anybody else. Fill in your own details, okay, please. And then was you have to select whatever amount you have. Then select your upload your application receipt. Now the naming part of it, you can just keep the name of whatever you receive as your in your email. But yeah, and then you have to type the application receipt code. Okay, so for that, it will be something like MSAI copy and something followed by that, or like whatever it is in your application receipt code which you receive by email. Enter that exactly, and then select the amount paid also correctly, because then you will be redirected to appropriate page. For example, for 1000 you will be redirected to page 6, for 2000 page 7, for 3000 page 8. And if yeah, okay, basically page 6 is for like 5 countries, page 7 is for 8, uh, page 7 is for 10 countries, and page 8 is for 15 countries. And then you um, fill in your application receipt code again and make sure that it is correct, because here it will be and check whether you have done the correct payment or not using form response validation. And then uh, you have to select your preference countries, which we spoke about a while back, and the number you have to make sure like make sure that you're filling it in this way. For like 5 countries, it's like compulsory 2 from D, 1 from C, preferably 1 from B, and anyone from any of those. So you fill it. Okay, so I'm just filling randomly something, but I'm again, even for the sake of it, I'm keeping in mind about the distribution which is required. Okay, so this is done, and then you click on next, and then here you select the preferred months for an exchange, basically in on which months of from April 2022 to March, sorry, it will be April 2023 to March 2024. And we are sorry for this error in uh, dates, uh, but yes, uh, you have to select from April 2023 to March 2024, the months which you will be comfortable to go. And for this, you can consider various factors like your exam dates, your preparation dates, your festival dates, your the dates, the months of the weather in that those particular months for the country, of each of the countries you're planning to, and the festivals there, the climate, and multiple such reasons. So you don't have to select one, you can select many, and or you can select all. That's not a problem. And moreover, here you can give multiple options, but if you are selected later on, anyways you have to mention the exact month which you in which you're planning to go. So don't worry, this is just a tentative preferred months which you want to go for an exchange. Okay, and then once you select anything, I'll just select randomly and click on next, and then this is the last page. But this last page is kept so that you rethink whether you want to submit or not, because I repeat, once TDC is submit, you cannot make changes, or like you can't request any national team member whatsoever to make any changes in it. Once you submit, it's full and final, and once you have decided that you have to submit, you click on submit. For now I won't submit, but make sure if you're finalized it, please submit. And lastly, I'll say that although the deadline is 11:59 p.m., please don't wait till that last minute to submit either of the forms. Okay, of those particular dates. That is okay, because uh, means don't even fill and don't even submit at the last moment, preferably if possible. Please submit it at the like earlier than that, so that it's not a last minute hazard, because sometimes there are network issues, connection issues, and if there are many people submitting at the same time, there might be some server error or whatsoever. So basically, to keep yourself bit stress free, please do it well in advance. With this, thank you for your patient to watching, and this is probably the last video of the tutorials or the walkthroughs. I hope all these videos were very or at least somewhat useful to you all. And if at all, if you have any more doubt, feel free to ask, and we'll be happy to answer those. Thank you so much.